find hotter than a man with a six-pack or a man with a really good haircut or a man with shiny toys or like whatever they use to like flex these days? It's a man with daddy energy. And by daddy energy, I mean like a provider. Like it's a providing energy. Like a man who's just going to take care of you, not necessarily financially, but like emotionally and physically. And he just shows up. He's a man of his word. Or he goes and grabs the door for you, not because he's trying to impress you, but like he literally does that for everybody. Or he checks on you like, did you make it home okay? How are you feeling emotionally? Like checks in on you. Yeah, and like I'm at the point now where it doesn't even matter if you're older, if you're younger, if you have a six-pack, if you don't have a six-pack, if you have a full hairline or you don't have a full hairline. It's what's your energy. And if you don't have daddy energy, I can't do it. I feel like I've been with too many men with baby energy, and it's put me into like a motherly place.
Basically continuing to absolve themselves of any accountability in the way that they act. Well, let the man act this way first, and then I'll decide to be who I'm supposed to be in the first place.
Listen, I date men that are worth over $50 million, which means that if you think asking for a black car being sent to you by just a regular person is like not achievable, you need to raise your standards. I ask them sometimes on the first date, but definitely by the second date, to give me a gift. Now, I'm not going to tell them what to gift me because I want to see how generous they are, but they are not allowed to get me flowers because I already get myself flowers every week. Like, I don't need flowers, please. And I have a cat. You're going to... I have like literally standards and like ways that I conduct myself. So if you, as a man who is worth $50 million, generating millions of dollars, a lot of them are worth hundreds of millions of dollars because of their businesses, and they can't do small stuff like that. They can't put a date together, something nice, something generous, like a good conversation, like talk to me about what it is that you are going to do for me, how you're going to woo me, like talk about future plans, get to know me as a person. Like, no. Also, there's like no opening my legs. That's not a thing. It's not on the table. It will never be. And I get everything that I want. They give me everything that I want and beyond, because at the end of the day, a guy who has a CEO mindset, who is telling the entire world what to do every day, wants to be told what to do. You gotta whip him into shape. Whip him. I'm not here to conform to him. I am not here to please him. He is there to please me. He is there to serve me. He is there to give me. Again, this is a very high, powerful, net worth individual. So, not your average person who's making like less than 150K. And even like between 150 to like 400, it's a similar mindset because they got bills and savings and all of that. Like, you gotta go for the millions, honey. You gotta go for the millions. And never ever sleep with them, because what if the next guy's richer that they introduce you to, and like nicer and kinder and more generous and more fun?
When I was 18, I dated a 34-year-old man. I'm 34 now. And let's be clear, I was in high school when we started dating. I think about it now, as a 34-year-old, like I legitimately, like I was 18, my whole entire family, because I was going to book it, because of course he was out of state. We met online. So I was going to book it and live with him without telling anybody. P.S. like none of my family even knew we were dating at this point. I literally left oh my God, this is crazy. I left a note on my kitchen table. I was just like, peace. And my best friend was going to drop me off at the airport, and I was literally just going to leave the state. Now that didn't happen, but like as an 18-year-old, then like my family obviously found out. And if you want a story time, I can get into that story time because it is legitimately crazy. But so anyways, my family finds out. They all come around. He flies up. We have like this thing. I fought for this relationship. And then we ended up moving in. I ended up down the road, which like we were together for a while. But it's wild that I was 18 when that started, and I'm 34 now. And I'm thinking about even the potential, like, I don't even want to talk to a 18-year-old. Even if they are mature, because I was, like, I'm not going to sit here and say that I wasn't. I was. But still, I was in high school. It's weird. But like, once again, I just feel it's about the, like, stages of life. It's not necessarily about the age. I was just at such a different stage in my life than he was in his. And no matter what you want to say about, oh, you loved each other or whatever, but, like, if you love somebody, you want to see the best for them. And the best for me would not have been being with you. A 34-year-old, like a 34-year-old. I had just, like, this is wild to me now. Like, looking back at it, really wild. So anyways, have you been in an age gap relationship, and then when you get to the age that the older person in the age gap was when you dated them, you're like, what the?
That's funny because it's wild to you now. When he was taking you out, treating you how you wanted to be treated, and all the like. But now, when you look at it, this is what modern women do. They try to make it seem like they was so mature, like they just got it going on. Now, when I reach here, I don't want to hear that. Go ahead and pay that man back for all the gifts then. I bet you won't.
Where are you going?
I'm about to get up.
No, sit back in the car. It's too hot out here. 100 degrees out here. What would you like to have, my queen? Man got to take care of his woman. So what would you like to have, my queen?
I don't
It's
know.
too hot for you to get out. I want you to stay and be cool.
Okay, because I was about to ask you why you had the car running.
Don't worry about it. I want you to stay cool. Keep the air conditioner running. I gonna take care of you, baby.
Hi. So, as a single parent, I try my very, very, very hardest to not forget things and keep things scheduled and to stay organized. Today's not that day for me. So for my job, I'm everywhere. I'm at the shop, I'm in the field, I'm back and forth, I'm literally everywhere. While I was leaving the shop just now, headed to the field, I had to check the heat input from one of my welders, and I'm badging into the gate, and then I get a text from my daughter. Hey mama, what are you doing? I said, I'm about to badge into the plant, baby, what are you doing? She said, oh, I'm just at home, mama. And I said, okay, baby. At this point, I'm already in the plant, I'm doing what I gotta do. And then she texts me like, are you gonna be able to make it to my doctor's appointment? Yeah, she has a doctor's appointment, and I have to be there because she's not 18 yet. So I'm hauling butt to the doctor's now. Sometimes you win, and sometimes you don't. I'm hoping today I can still win. Have a great day, guys.
No one ever talks about the type of burnout you experience from being the only one keeping up with everything as a single mom. The type of exhaustion that sleep does not fix. Being a single mom means there's no, I got the kids, go lay down and take a nap. No backup, hey babe, I've got the kids, go take a break. Hey, can you take over for just a second? I need a moment to breathe. Just you, always you. You feel guilty for feeling tired. I'm mad at myself for being touched out and irritated. Constantly reminding myself that I'm doing the job of two people. I have to tell myself I'm doing a good job. Love that we give is unmatched, but sometimes we've got to give love to ourselves. But if I'm being real, it's okay to be burned out. Because if you're a single mom and you're not burned out, then you're not doing it all. Not lazy. You do deserve time to yourself. Not complaining. It is hard. But I just want you to know that you're killing it. You're like me today and just in survival mode and completely irritated with yourself because you're exhausted. Check in, double tap, comment, something, because I'm feeling totally.
Something funny that she said was like, nobody ever talks about the burnout that you experience from being a single mom and keeping up with everything. They do. They literally do. Modern women pat themselves on the back all the time. As a matter of fact, it looks like you're trying to do that right now.
Let's turn dating into a high-yield investment strategy. Rule number 1, don't invest more than you're willing to lose in the discovery phase. In early dating, we're in the due diligence phase. Don't pour in time, money, vulnerability before assessing ROI. In this case, it could be emotional safety, consistency, or values alignment. You want to treat your energy like capital and don't invest until there's a proven growth trajectory. Rule number 2, diversify our portfolio. Until someone's explicitly offered us a deal, aka a relationship, Don't act like you've already merged. Talk to multiple people, learn your preferences, and observe patterns. But when it's time to lock in, consolidate, commit, and optimize that one investment. Rule number 3 is exit early when the fundamentals aren't sound. If the core values don't align or the emotional books don't balance, cut your losses and leave early. Staying out of ego is a profit move. That is it for today's lesson. Not that I could teach you experts anything, but I just thought it was a fun little metaphor to play around with. Let me know if you guys want more videos like this. Now that I'm done yapping today, I actually have to get back to work.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but just because he treated you well doesn't mean he's the one. A lot of us have been so deprived of love and have been treated so badly in our lives that the minute someone treats us with kindness, love, or respect, as they should, the same way you treat other people, when you get treated that way, you start to romanticize the source of it. You start to put this person on a pedestal and think there's something incredible and that you'll never find something like this again. And you start to ignore things that are coming up where your gut's starting to tell you, oh, I don't know if I like that, or I wanted more. He can't give me that, but he does all of these other things, and no one's ever done that for me before. No one's ever treated me well before. Or it's like the bare minimum, like he communicates well. He takes you out for dates. He, I don't know, responds in a timely manner, like doesn't cheat on you. Things like that we start to think are so great. This is the bare minimum. This is how someone should behave in a relationship. And if you can do these things for someone else, you absolutely deserve it back. And it doesn't mean you should just ignore the red flags. And sometimes they're just beige flags. They're things that aren't the worst, but it's not what you want. If you're being completely honest, it's not what you truly want from a relationship. It doesn't fulfill everything you want from your life partner. This is why I always say date without attachment. Learn how to date, have a good time, but have zero expectation. Just go on these dates, have a good time. The minute you don't like something, let it go. Let it go respectfully, not for me. And just appreciate the good time you had with them instead of feeling like, oh, I've wasted this much time. Like, people really think because you spent a lot of time with somebody or dating somebody, you've invested time and energy, that is a reason to then continue seeing them, even when you know they're not the one, or that you know you're not happy with the way things are going. Learn to appreciate the experiences you have, the lessons you've learned, without seeing it as wasted time. And yeah, of course, we can appreciate people treating us well, acting right, like being respectful towards us. These are definitely things we can appreciate in somebody, but it doesn't mean that we settle. We settle just because we haven't been treated well and someone's finally treating us well, doesn't mean you should settle if they're not everything that you want in a life partner. Get clear on what you want. You deserve the absolute best, and do not take this decision lightly of choosing the person you want to spend the rest.
It's funny because once again, we see modern women done up, dolled up, got your hair done, makeup done, really doing the thing. You look at them and say, man, yeah, be a great candidate, beautiful for a wife. But then they start opening up their mouth and you're like, ooh, no, shut up talking. Why? Because you have a lot of stupid stuff to say. Y'all are hell-bent on ruining not just your relationship, not just your life, but everybody else's.
Comes down, getaway car for two young lovers. Neither girl straight out of town, over the hills and undercover. She said, green grass, blue sky. You better throw a party on and baby, I die.
And whenever I say I like older men, I like older men.
My goodness, I feel like I'm gonna pinch myself.
I'm talking 10 years older than. I like my men like 30 plus. I'm talking nice and right, baby. So my last relationship, there was a 10-year age gap. Because I feel like men get a little better. They get a little better once they hit their 30s because their hairline starts receding. So reality starts slapping them in the face.
Shut up.
I like my men with their hairline ever so slightly receding and their hair thinning out.
It's funny how good these men look after you didn't roll it on the carousel for your entire 20s.
A woman dating an older dude for money, make sure you're actually getting money. And if he only wants to give you gifts, you better do your market research and figure out what handbags and what jewelry goes for retail value or higher once you resell it. Because there's no way you're selling your youth to this nasty ass old man in return for some trendy bag that 2 years from now has lost half its value or more. You are worth more than that. And you're not doing it for trips either. What the is the point of, I don't know, Palm Springs if it's with some old ass dude on your hand? Ew, disgusting, gross, don't do it. Nobody needs to travel that badly, especially not you, babe. I can tell you that right now. You need to get money completely, fully, cold hard cash, or you need to get something that you can pawn, essentially. Because, sorry, my eye was itching. Because what you need to worry about is securing a home and a car and paid in full. And if you're not getting the money to do so, and I'm not talking about like they pay your rent on a monthly basis. Again, you're stuck, you're trapped, they own you. Don't, it's not worth it. You need to make sure that that situation sets you up for life, or you don't do it. Do you get what I'm saying? Don't sell your soul for a...
Begging in 4K. Begging in 4K. These women are insufferable.
I need a man's point of view when it comes to this question, because I've been in relationships, and like literally all the relationships I've been in, I think they initially lusted over me first, and then they got attached, but I don't know if it was ever loved. But at the same time, all that ever happened was ownership, competition. They wanted to control things about my life. They didn't want me to work jobs because they didn't want me in the public, because they were terrified someone was going to take me away, obviously, because why else do you not want me to be in the public? And then there's the competition thing. Like, when they would get upset, when the man I was with would get upset with me, he would be like, well, I make so much money a year, what do you make? And like, that always me up, because I'm just like, I didn't know you're supposed to be in competition with your partner. And if you are in competition with your partner, what is that supposed to mean? That means that's not your partner, right? Because I thought you were teammates when you're in a relationship. Obviously, that's not how it goes every time, but I'm just trying to figure out.
Hi, David. Thanks for the response. I'm not sure that it provided any more enlightenment. I mean, not really, because I have questions. Anyway, but thank you. Seriously, I was just kidding. But thank you for the response. So, but I do have a couple follow-up questions. Number one, you said that some men maybe not approach because, you know, they might be intimidated. So I have heard this before. You know, there was a kind of like a guy friend of mine. He told me that that I was very intimidating. What makes somebody like intimidating? Because like, I don't feel like I would be. Like, I guess I just don't understand like what would make somebody not approach somebody else because you're intimidated. Do they have like a rusty face? Do they have, can I say that? Do they just don't look approachable? Can you narrow that down? You know, or are we just like tossing out a word like, well, they're, you know, intimidating. I'm not a big person. I'm a small person. You know, I'm like 5 foot tall and 110 pounds. So, you know, I can't be intimidating because my size. Well, unless that's scary. I don't know. But what would make somebody intimidating? You also said that men would like to be approached. You said men seldom get approached by women, but you would like to be. Jack also said the same thing. So, in guys, anybody that's watching this, is that true? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't really know any other single women, and we've never, the 1-2 people that I do know that are single females, we've never had this conversation. But in general, I'm assuming, I don't know, because I can only go based on how I feel.
I think, yes, they would like to be approached for sure. I mean, really, honestly, once you start thinking about how you want to be treated, and then say, if I want to be treated this way, maybe my man wants to be treated that way. That'll get you a lot further. Now, that doesn't mean that you say, okay, if this is what I want to do, then that's what he wants to do. Like that woman that said, well, I took my boyfriend out and I celebrated his birthday, but they ended up doing everything that she wanted to do. That's not what that means. What it means is, okay, I want to be treated well. maybe he wants to be treated well. Maybe I should listen to what he wants and see what he wants and try to do that with the same passion and the same energy that I would want him to do for me.
That I could ever approach a man, but my self-esteem is not great. So my fear of rejection is huge. So, okay, I guess, it goes both ways, right? However, as a female, I don't know, maybe I'm a little old school. Like maybe I still, the idea of being approached and like feeling special, whatever, still like kind of resonates with me, but what is the census for the majority of the men out there? I mean, would you love for a woman to approach you? And women, if there's any women watching this, how do you feel about that? Are you comfortable approaching a male? Have you? Do you want to? Do you think that the table should be flipped? My last question, David, is you said that you're just not even trying anymore. I have heard that it is a show out there. Part of the reason why I just don't even want to be like up in the mix. I don't know what's going on. I hear people are just, intentions are not good, things like that. I personally don't want to be lumped into that group of shenanigans of whatever's going on. Like I don't know. Like I hear things and I just don't want to be a part of any of that. So, but for you, why? Like why you're just done trying, have you just been burned way too many times? I'm just kind of curious. I don't know. If we're all, like I said I did a previous video, I guess we're all just going to be single and hanging out at home and nobody will ever know. Kidding. I don't know. Anyway, thank you. Thank you again for the response. I appreciate it. Let me know in the comments. Bye.
What's funny? When she talked about being old school and the idea of men approaching still resonating with her, I get it. I get it. It's just, you hear the same thing over and over again. Of course, when it comes to things in your favor, it really resonates with you. It's just something deep inside. It just, it touches my spirit. It touches me. And I really identify with that. Me not having to do the work, me not having to put myself out there, putting all of the risk on the man, me putting myself in a position to reject him, to say, no, you're not good enough for me. And then having information and having content to post on TikTok. Hey, this man came up to me and he approached me and I said, no, you're not my type. Yeah, that favors me. So of course it really resonates with me. It's funny how that works. I know you're older, so you can get away with that excuse, but it's funny because these modern women that are way younger seem to have that same ideology. It's weird.
A lot of times men date us and they're actually disappointed. When you're wondering like, oh, well, why did he pursue me? Why did he want to be with me? And then now all of a sudden he pulling back and he want me to chase him. He got to know you and he's disappointed. Let me tell you this. This is my like I said. I done disappointed a couple. I know that there are men out here that was just like admire me from afar and it was like, surprise, surprise. Look, I'm doing that in a week. Like, I know that I disappointed you. Like, I think that men, they see you from afar and they're like, wow, she's out here doing her thing. She's a boss, whatever. And then they get you on, they see you off that Casamigos. You drunk as a fish. Your diet don't consist of nothing. You listen to trap music every time you wake up. You have no morning routine. You have no core values. And they date you and they like, damn, like, I thought it was something else. It's actually disappointing.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all are not, they be trying to be it, but y'all are not good people, man.
I am currently getting picked up to go to church by a man who brought me flowers last time. And I get to wear a pretty dress, pretty shoes. I don't know if you can see it. And he opens my door for me. And he comes and picks me up places. And he holds my hand. And he stands up during worship. And he loves God. I just want to give you hope. They're out there. I know it's really hard, but they're out there.
Honestly, with the number of dates that she's been on, I I'm praying that one of these dudes work out. I'm not joking with you. I'm not joking with you at all. I'm tired of seeing this.
I never thought it would be this hard to find a situationship. Like, I'm not asking for much. I am asking for the literal bare minimum. The barest of minimums. I thought that was every man's dream. I had a man the other day say, hey, I'm just like not looking for anything casual. Requirements. I just want someone to hang out with once a week on the weekends. 2, we don't have to text like that much at all. Like, I don't really care. It doesn't have to be that much. 3, I have to enjoy your presence and hanging out with you. And we can watch movies and hang out. But like, that's it. I'm not asking for much.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, it could be that maybe when you say, well, I'm just looking for somebody to hang out with, could be synonymous for, you know, when we hang out, guess who's going to be paying? The man. Hey man, we can just chill and watch movies and things of that nature. That means I might maybe bring a bottle of wine, but I want a full dinner. Oh, no, we can have snacks. Guess who's going to be supplying the snacks? You are. Usually in a lot of these friendships with these modern women, the man is going to fund it. So once again, even though we're friends, he's not looking to pick up another bill.
Okay, PSA to all men. Just because a girl is wearing a low-cut shirt or a tight top or a fitted outfit doesn't give you permission to just stare at their chest. It makes us so uncomfortable, and if you guys could please stop doing it, it would be amazing. Men will always be like, oh, we don't like being called creeps, or we're so scared to be called creeps, but then you guys make it so difficult for the female species to exist.
Hey, gentlemen, I need you to stop. Women, also, look at my ass.
Last date with you because you are greedy. You had 2 plates.
I haven't eaten all day.
I don't care if you haven't eaten all day. That's messed up. You're greedy. This supposed to be our first date, and this is how you do?
This the real me.
Well, can I have to fake you? I went to the bathroom and I came back and all my food gone.
Oh, I thought you was done.
I've never been on a first date like this in my life.
Welcome to the real boo.
I just had to go to the bathroom for a quick second and all my food is gone.
Well, boo, where I'm from, you don't leave food sitting.
Apparently, you don't leave food at all. You smashed this and you wasting food all over you.
Listen, you either gonna sit down and talk to me like a man, or you could dismiss yourself after you pay for the check.
I'm not paying for nothing. Why am I gonna pay and you ate all this food? Ain't no man gonna sit here and pay for this ridiculousness. I was wondering at first, I was like, how would a beautiful girl like you be single? And now I know. Bingo, right here. I'm thankful that you showed me this on the first date, dude, too, because other people would have.
You know how many first dates I've been on? Be real.
So you do this for
I
a living?
really came for the food. That's it. Just the food.
I can tell.
Yeah, you tripping.
Bed sheets, you have to just go white. For someone who doesn't bathe regularly, I'm shocked by the white sheets. Also, they're covered in blood, and it's not all my blood. It's not all my blood. My husband bleeds regularly.
Why are you saying that like we care? Why are you saying it's not all my blood as if that is the point of like what makes what you just said gross? Who cares whose blood it is? I mean, I guess it matters to an extent, but I'm not like, oh, your blood? I'm just like, it's gross that your shit's covered in blood, dude. Oh, it's the same as if you're just like, yeah, there's like shit streaks. It's not all mine. Like, what are you talking about?
You look at the sheets, they're covered in blood. You go, obviously, it's the woman's blood.
What are you saying?
No. This is man blood, okay?
You just said you have to have white sheets and you have white sheets covered in blood. I'm picturing it and I'm picturing white sheets covered in blood.
But isn't that better than if they were baby pink covered in blood, like Kalila's house?
I don't have blood anywhere.
What?
We're just looking for men. Men with the bare minimum. Men with the bare minimum in hygiene. Just bathe, dude. Just bathe. I mean, when's the last time you changed your sheet?
I'm just calling my mom.
No, I get it. I don't have my phone on me.
Nobody wants me to call my mom, apparently. I was trying to find my phone in the car.
Your phone's right here.
Please, I need my phone. I don't know how to open this car. They're not letting me call my mom. I should have had my phone in my pocket. Because I was on a call with my cousin. Yeah. It's her fault that this happened. Helping me. All these men for what? What do you want us to do?
Okay, if that car falls.
The tow truck's here.
You guys don't need to record this.
Not recording.
I see your phone. I'm not stupid.
I'm FaceTiming. No, I'm FaceTiming my girlfriend. Yeah. So I could tell her not to use the phone when she's driving.
A girl won this dunk contest? So I'm over here watching the 2022 McDonald's Slam Dunk Contest, and a girl by the name of Ashlyn Watkins beat out 4 other participants to make the finals. The finals were a matchup between Nick Smith Jr. and Ashlyn Watkins. So Nick Smith's first dunk off the side of the backboard with a windmill, that's an easy 60 from the judges. Alright, here we go. Ashlyn Watkins' first dunk! Rim grazer. Somebody get this commentator. Listen to what he's saying after the rim grazer.
10 seconds. Ashlyn Watkins can fly!
And that got a 59. You know what? Shout out to dude in the middle for not giving in to peer pressure. All right, here we go. Ashlyn's second dunk here. Off the backboard, tap in lob. Get this commentator out of here, bro.
Air Jordan to air Ashlyn.
So that got her a 59. Nick Smith needs a 60 here to win or 59 to tie. Okay, dude, it's over. It's over. Crown the man right now. They gave him a 58.
Ashlyn Watkins wins the dunk contest.
All I know is that man got paid handsomely. That commentator got paid handsomely for lying like this.
Men in my comments saying if we focus on ourselves in our 20s, nobody's gonna want us because we're gonna be too old. The gag is we don't want y'all no more. That's the point of the video. That old school saying applied when y'all were providers, okay? We were taught at a young age to secure a family and a husband for stability only. Please don't think women's primary goal is to have a man and have a family. That is back in the day when you guys were head of household. However, now we are head of household. And to be honest, y'all not too fun to be around. Y'all not that cute or aesthetically pleasing. As women, we are the financial stability. That's why we're not too pressed on being with men right now and having kids. How would that benefit us? If anything, we're going to take on more responsibility in the household, and we also are going to have to take time off to bear children. So until y'all go back to being the providers, I guarantee you, y'all are not on our priority list. Until y'all able to take care of y'allselves and the family, leave us alone, because we irritated.
Kevin was harsh, but Kevin told the truth. Another dude said Godfather. Godfather undefeated again. She shall soon see.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
She's okay.
A dude in the comments said, here's the context. He offered help, but he even smiled a bit too much at the cashier while paying. So she answered, no, you already did enough today. Go help that pretty cashier instead. Hope that helps. Another dude said, I'd say that's pretty accurate. Or he didn't respond to something she said the way she wanted him to respond because she had already envisioned in her head how she thinks he should respond. So being that he did not read her mind, she took it upon herself to do it all and was quickly overcome by her poor decisions. But somehow, it's his fault. Yep. That's pretty much it.
Listen, I date men that are worth over $50 million, which means that if you think asking for a black car being sent to you by just a regular person is like not achievable, you need to raise your standards. I ask them sometimes on the first date, but definitely by the second date, to give me a gift. Now, I'm not going to tell them what to gift me because I want to see how generous they are. But they are not allowed to get me flowers because I already get myself flowers every week. Like, I don't need flowers, please. And I have a cat. You're going to tell her. I have like literally standards and like ways that I conduct myself. So if you, as a man who is worth $50 million, generating millions of dollars. A lot of them are worth hundreds of millions of dollars because of their businesses. And they can't do small stuff like that. They can't put a date together, something nice, something generous, like a good conversation, like talk to me about what it is that you are going to do for me, how you're going to woo me, like talk about future plans, get to know me as a person. Like, no. Also, there's like no opening my legs. That's not a thing. It's not on the table. It will never be. And I get everything that I want. They give me everything that I want and beyond. Because at the end of the day, a guy who has a CEO mindset, who is telling the entire world what to do every day, wants to be told what to do. You gotta whip him into shape. Whip him. I'm not here to conform to him. I am not here to please him. He is there to please me. He is there to serve me. He is there to give me. Again, this is a very high, powerful, net worth individual. So, not your average person who's making like less than 150K. And even like between 150 to like 400, it's a similar mindset because they got bills and savings and all of that. Like, you gotta go for the millions, honey. You gotta go for the millions. And never ever sleep with them because what if the next guy's richer that they introduce you to? And like nicer and kinder and more generous and more fun. Keep your options open. Train children, and you need to focus on positive reinforcement. That means you don't react if he does something you don't like. You remove your attention. You remove your awareness from him. He doesn't exist anymore. You go back to whatever it is that you want to do. When he does something good, it depends on what it is that he did. Okay? If he bought you flowers, oh my gosh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. They're lovely. You don't make a big deal out of it. This is normal. He buys you a car. Oh my God, you take such I love you. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm gonna take you home. Okay? I'm gonna ride you too. Okay? You need to literally have levels of reaction. When he does something that you don't like, let's say, I don't know, he said he was gonna plan a date and he didn't do it. When he reaches out to you, you don't respond the way that you usually would respond. You're not mean, you're not rude, you're not disrespectful. If he's like, hey, sorry, I got busy and whatnot, or he's pretending that like whatever, you just, first of all, you give it time, space. You don't respond immediately. Then after that, you go ahead and you say, hey, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Blah, 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 blah. I gotta go get to a call, okay? I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. I gotta go take care of myself. I gotta go cook. I'll talk to you later, okay? You don't go off on them. You remove your attention. He calls you. What's wrong? Oh, nothing. I'm sorry I didn't. Oh, it's fine. Okay, well, can we reschedule? That'll depend. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of not interested now. Like, you said that you were going to plan it, and you didn't. It's just unattractive to me. So, I don't know. Right now, I'm not feeling it, so I'm going to go ahead and just do me. All right? Oh, now they're like, what? How do I get her attention back? Okay, if you're not exclusively together, first of all, no boyfriends, okay? I can go into that. Boyfriends are a scam. If you're not together, then you really owe him nothing. Okay, go get you another man, go talk to your other man from the roster, go out with your friends, go take your cat out, go take your dog out, do whatever, remove your attention. He's not the center of the universe. You should be repulsed and unattracted to a man who does not follow up. You should always think, when he does things that I like, I'm attracted to him. When he doesn't do things that I like, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. That's unattractive to me. I will literally
Now, does this apply to the man? Like, when you do things that he's unattracted to? Like, if you cake on makeup, oh, I'm not attracted, let me go find something else. Let me go date somebody else. Or if you were to lose your figure or get out of shape, can he say, I gotta hold you to that standard, I gotta get up out of here. Ooh, you're 5 pounds over the preferred limit. Think I'm gonna dock your allowance. Does that go for men too, or what are we talking about here?
This girl was giving dating advice, and she was saying that the way to, being in a relationship is to be crazy from the start. And I cannot say how much I disagree with this. Like, please do not do that. As someone who has taken that approach many times, no. Actually, if you want the relationship to last long, I don't think that you should be crazy and all of yourself, especially in the beginning. I would even go so far as to say maybe don't even be your full crazy around them ever. Because, like, some people are too crazy, and your partner doesn't deserve that. And if there's, like, this understanding of, like, we're gonna be good to each other, we're gonna, like, have a good relationship, it's gonna be, like, something where we are nourished and grow together, I don't think that necessarily means that you have to be your darkest and craziest self in front of your partner. I think there are truly some things that you can keep to yourself in a relationship. And again, I want to go back to my experience. I literally used to live this. I used to be crazy up front, like with the same mentality that this girl is telling you to do, like just everything out in the open. And her reasoning was like, if they're your person, they're gonna like you regardless. But again, you have to build something with someone to the point where, like, they can come back to the memories of you being, like, very alluring and charming and, like, all these good things. They have to build up for you to, like, be able to get a little bit messy, a little bit more authentic. That's just my experience. Like, anytime that I've gone, like, full force, like, this is who I am, it doesn't go well. And I don't think it's because the person wasn't the right person. I think it's just, I don't think that's what relationships are for. I don't think your partner has to serve as a person who sees all of you. Because think about, like, even your family doesn't see all of you. Like, regardless of whether we do it on purpose or not, we compartmentalize all of the people in our lives, and what each person gets from us and what they see of us is just different. So I don't understand why with a partner, all of a sudden you're just gonna be all out crazy. Like, I think you need to keep some things to yourself. And like, I guess I'm sorry for saying that, but I just don't think that that's the best route. I don't think your partner needs to know 100% all parts of you. The parts that are important, yes. Like, don't hide things from them that are gonna affect them, like, obviously. But, like, they don't need to know everything. They don't need to know every crazy thought you've ever had. They just don't. I don't believe. And this is like, I'm 29. I've dated a lot. And that's one of the biggest mistakes that I've made, is just being crazy. Like, maybe 10, 20 years in, you can be crazy. But, like, do not be crazy in the beginning, please. Like, I just don't think that's good advice. I really don't think that's good advice.
I can honestly and truly say that her advice was bad, and unfortunately, because you seem like a nice person, yours is bad too. So you have to show them a really good side, a positive side, and then you hit them with the bad stuff. And then when you hit them with the bad stuff, then they can remember the good stuff, and maybe you can eke out a marriage, and you can kind of hold them in place until you get the ring. And when you get the ring and get married, and they say, oh man, she's acting crazy now, but no, I remember she was a good person. No, not at all. I'm a good person. I have my bad days, maybe I've had a bad period, but on the whole, consistently, I'm a pretty good person. It's just, I'm going through something right now. He's helping me through it, or she's helping me through it, but I'm really struggling with it. But after this, and I'm actively fighting out of it, by the way, they can see that. But after this, I'm going to try to go back to the way I was, or close, depending on what the situation is. Sometimes it's very hard to come back from things, depending on what it was. Death in the family, mental health issues, that right there. It's just a whole bunch of stuff that could happen that you actually legitimately need help for. And it alters who you are as a person. But you just really honestly and truly doing silly stuff like, oh, I'm a good girl, I'm this, I'm that. And then months down the road, which I heard on the show, where she was saying, you know, when we first met, I told my man, who's now my husband, that I only had like one body and I really didn't like it. And he said, okay, you know, I really don't appreciate that because I'm a virgin myself, so I'm gonna go ahead and marry you. And then, you know, now that we're about to have a baby, I want to tell him that actually my body count is higher. So how do I do that? But whenever I tell him that, I'm hoping that he doesn't hold it against me and he can remember me as he saw me before. No, you were lying before. You were lying. That's lying. And this is what modern women try to do. This is why they have a hard time finding men that they actually want to date, is because men can spot this nonsense. This is why most men, a lot of these men are out here are staying single. This is why they're not dating anymore, because y'all are sitting up here. And once again, I think you're probably honestly trying to figure out the way. But when y'all are coming up with stuff like this, it's just too much games. It's just too much foolishness going on. And men are like, no, man, just be authentic, be real, be genuine, be consistent, be loyal, be respectful, reciprocate, cater to me like you want me to cater to you, spoil me like you want me to spoil you, and we can go somewhere.
The worst advice I've ever heard about dating is that it's a numbers game. When somebody tells you that the reason you haven't met your soulmate yet is because you're not going out on enough dates or you're not meeting enough men, it's going to make you feel like you need to be doing more and sort through more people in order to find your person. The reason this is bad advice is because it makes you think that you have no control and you just have to get through a series of bad dates and then hopefully maybe one person will be good enough, and it kills your motivation and makes you not excited to date because you anticipate, I need to struggle first. I need to go through all these bad experiences to maybe find somebody who I'm aligned with, and it doesn't have to be that way. As a dating coach who helps single women attract the healthy relationship of their dreams, what I tell my clients is that it actually comes down to alignment, not numbers. I find that the more aligned you are, the more clear you are on what you want, on your standards, on your boundaries, what you're willing to settle for and what you're not willing to settle for, that is what is going to lead to you actually attracting more aligned matches where you could meet less people, but they're more of the right people. You don't get rewarded with meeting your soulmate by struggling and exhausting yourself and going on a million bad dates. You will be rewarded when you focus on your alignment and do the inner work to be so clear about the type of partner you are a match for on an energetic level.
Well, a lot of these modern women aren't trying to get married in the first place. So, you know, it's a numbers game. It's really, how many men do I have to go through before I can add one to my roster as pasta and lobster? And then how many other ones do I have to go through before I can add one to good eater? And then how many do I have to add before I can go through to real estate or yacht man or country club and have them all on my roster, acting like I want them all, wasting all their time? And then when all of them find out and take everything from me and I'm left homeless on the street, now I'm upset.
I think that one of the worst pieces of advice a woman can receive is that men don't know what they're doing, or that men are dumb or stupid. Men are not stupid. They are not dumb. They're calculated. And when I tell you, no matter what, they know what they are doing. They know what they're doing when they weaponize their incompetence to not know how to do the dishes or you do the laundry better. That's still them knowing exactly what they're doing. And I heard from a friend one time, which is why I told her this piece of advice. She said that he's a man, he doesn't know what he's doing. If it wasn't for me, he probably wouldn't even know how to wash his own behind or take care of himself. And I looked at her dead in the face and I was like, that man knows exactly what he's doing when he does what he does. He's so good at, in fact, that he has manipulated you to think that he doesn't know how to do anything without you. So 1, you're obligated to stay. And 2, you take care of him like his mom. Just remember, when you're dating men, it's most likely a game, even if you're not playing. I don't want to play games. I don't want to play games. Then you will be played. They know exactly what they're doing whenever they come to you. They've already sussed you out. They've already made their assumptions, even if they're wrong. They know what they're doing. Don't ever think a man is stupid, because no man is stupid.
So you don't think that maybe when he does the laundry or the dishes, you be in there nagging with your quote unquotes, you be in there with your sarcasm and your passive aggressive nature, and you don't know what you're doing? You don't think that maybe when you're undermining him, that feeds into him saying, you know what, you got it? You don't think that your mouth might be getting you in some of these situations?
In your 20s, like, who the f wants to get married and settle down? I want to feel the thrill. I want to be getting my head bashed into the mattress, and then I want to be getting ghosted the next day. I want to have my heart ripped out of my chest, and I want to do it all over again.
I want to get my heart broken and I want to do it all over again. No! This is the worst advice women are giving in 2025. Glamorizing getting ghosted and your heart ripped out like pain is a lifestyle and dysfunction is sexy. And to think some of you are actually listening to this, thinking it's empowering to be used, thrown out, and broken over and over again. This is exactly why modern dating is hell. Broken women create broken men, and broken men destroy families. By the time you grow out of this phase, the good men, they're already gone. Building a relationship with someone who chose peace, love, and loyalty early, I chose that life. I chose discipline over chaos, and now I have peace. Real peace, not a fake validation from a one-night stand. You weren't made for trauma, you were made for love. But you'll never find that if pain is your preference. So wake up. You're not being empowered, you're just being emptied.